you.
That lady over there.
Raise your hand if you're bothering Bird. Stop it.
Thank you, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats.
Stop
please.
it or step out.
There you go.
Who's Miss Zammett?
I am, Your Honor.
And you're Miss Smith?
Yes.
Which one is your son?
Tony's my son. This one right here.
Why don't you two lovely ladies sit down and let these two gentlemen come up here and see what I can do with, for, and to them. What is your first name?
Tony.
How old are you, Tony?
16. I'm 16 also.
You have a name.
Andy.
The reason I asked these two young men to come up here is because their parents don't really know what happened here because they weren't involved. They just relay what their children tell them. Isn't that right?
Correct.
Okay. You purchased an all-terrain vehicle.
Yes, Your Honor.
It was a used one.
Yes.
And you left it in your yard.
Yes.
You came back after being gone for a week or so, and you found that it was gone.
Correct.
Somehow, they came into possession of your ATV.
That's correct.
And according to you, they damaged it substantially so that it really can't be used, and you want them to pay a substantial amount of money. They're parents.
Yes.
The parents say that the boys really did some creative decorating of your ATV. That's their answer, that they painted it and made it nice. But then somebody stole it from you. And those people that took it from you must be responsible for the damage. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, here we go. When did you purchase this ATV?
On May 16th this year, because I got a job in Lake Arrowhead, and it calls for an all-terrain vehicle.
And from whom did you purchase it?
My father.
And how much did you pay him for it?
$12.50.
You don't have a bill of sale, do you?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
This is actually a paper trail from the original owner.
Okay, I'd like to see it. Good. I love when people come prepared. Okay, do you live in a house, sir?
Yes, I live with my mom.
Is that where you brought the ATV?
No, I bought it at my yard where I keep all my equipment.
What
at
yard?
this place right here. I am a groundskeeper at this Buddhist temple. In exchange, I keep my equipment there.
Let me see it.
And this is the front entry of where I drive in, and it's posted private property, no trespassing. These boys are trespassing.
Let me see. Okay, so you left this ATV on the grounds of a Buddhist temple.
Yes.
You work as a groundskeeper?
I keep the grounds up. In exchange, I get to keep my equipment there. I'm an arborist. I keep all my equipment there.
Okay, fine. Good. Now, you got it on the 16th,
Yes.
and you put it there.
Yes.
When did you go looking for it again?
Oh, that week I got a, I didn't get this newspaper article just till recently, but this is where I went. I talked to the U.S. Forestry Department in San Bernardino, California, and there's over 1 million dead trees, and I want to go down there and help them remove the trees.
This is not show and tell.
I'm not
Current
saying this
events.
is show and
Listen
tell.
to me. I asked
This
you a
is why
very
I bought the quad.
put it down, please. I asked you a very simple question, Mr. Vile. Where did you go and when?
I went to San Bernardino, Lake Arrowhead,
And when did you go there?
the week after I purchased the quad. I parked it up there with all my other equipment. I left.
Okay. And when did you come back?
Another couple weeks later.
So about 3 weeks went by.
Not 3 weeks, no. I went for a week to see what's going on in Lake Arrowhead so I can assist them with my services. I came back, the quad was gone.
Let me tell you what you wrote, sir, in your complaint. You say you purchased this 1986 Yamaha quad on May 16th, and you parked it on private property on May 18th. Then I went to Big Bear to do some work on the 19th and returned home a few weeks later. That's what you wrote.
That's irrelevant. This is private property.
Don't tell me what's irrelevant. I'll tell you what's relevant. I want you to try to answer my questions as best as you can. The questions that I have, not the things that are on your agenda, which are not relevant as to why you went to work on trees. You purchased it on the 16th. I want to know when you left, and when you left it on the grounds of the temple, and when you returned.
I returned about a week and a half later. That's why I didn't have enough time to register it when I got back.
I know you have your own agenda as far as your testimony is, because what you're telling me is not relevant. What's relevant is when you left it there and when you came back and saw it missing. That's what I wanted to know. Did you file a police report?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because it's a small community. I drove around, looked at garages, just waiting for someone to drive in front of me. And I have a lot of eyes around the neighborhood, a lot of kids in the neighborhood. They know I had the quad. They gave me a note on my truck that they seen these boys driving it. And that's when I responded.
What date did you get the note on your truck?
I don't have the date. Well, actually, I do. It's on the police report because that same day.
Can I see the police report, please?
I don't have the police report.
We have
Can I
a
see
copy
it,
of the
please?
police report. You'll notice that it's found property, not stolen also. Yes.
You stole the property. Let me explain something to you. Don't make any excuses to me. You stole the property.
It was a mistake.
When you take property that doesn't belong to you, that's stealing.
We didn't think it was, like there was no chain on it, there's no lock,
Listen,
there's
let
no
me
fence.
explain something to you. Let me explain something. I'm going to get to you in 1 second, but I want to tell you something. If you don't want to make this a very sad day in your life, you're not going to make excuses. You took property that didn't belong to you. When I grew up, that was called stealing. A car is not chained to its parking space, right? And if somebody leaves a car in a parking space and just happens to go into a store and leaves the keys in the car, that doesn't mean it's abandoned, that you can take it because it's not chained to the meter. You understand each other?
Yeah, we have.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Let us assume that instead of a quad, all of a sudden your boy shows up and in the driveway is an automobile.
We didn't bring it.
Just a minute. This is my scenario, not yours.
They did not bring it back and put it in the driveway.
Pay attention.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Tom Vile says 16-year-olds Tony Zammit and Andrew Smith stole his Quadrunner. The teens say the vehicle was abandoned at a Buddhist temple.
Okay, so you told the police that you found it abandoned in a hill area behind the Buddhist church on approximately May 23rd. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wrote it.
Yes. It had no battery, and the ignition was broken, and we had to bump start it, we had to roll it and then start it, and then we parked it about 100 yards away from where it was, and then we came back the next day because the seat was falling off and the wheel, so we tightened the bolts and then we painted the plastics because they were weathered, because it was originally red and it faded to pink and white, and then we went back the next day and it was gone.
Yeah, we like we're making it kind of like a little project, or like fixing it up. If anything, we made it better. We didn't like break anything on it.
You want to say something?
The pictures that we have, Your Honor, show that what it looks like behind, because you could come down out of the hills where the kids ride their bikes, and you're right on to this dirt area, so it doesn't look like it's a contained area.
Doesn't have to be a contained area, madam. Let us assume that instead of a quad, this was a car. Okay?
Okay.
And all of a sudden, your boy shows up, and in the driveway is an automobile. And you say to him, where'd you get that from? He said, well, I was riding my bike up behind the Buddhist temple, and there was this car sitting there, and it wasn't attached to anything. And the starter wasn't working, and the color was faded. We looked around, nobody was there, so we jump-started it, and we brought it home because we want to make a project out of fixing it up.
We didn't bring it.
Just a minute. This is my scenario, not yours. You didn't bring it home, you hid it. You moved it from one location to another. You following my scenario? They brought it back and put it in your driveway, right?
Correct. Okay.
No, they did not bring it back and put it in the driveway.
Pay attention. I said I am making up a scenario for Miss Zammit.
Right.
That the boys found a car in the same area, right here. That the car was faded, its seat was wiggly. You had to use a screwdriver to start it, but they brought it home because the boys wanted to make a project out of fixing up this car. Are you getting me, Miss Zammit?
Yes.
Would the first thing that you do call the police and say, I want to know if this car is registered to anybody?
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They didn't do that.
The boys actually have their own off-road vehicles.
I don't care what they have. They didn't do it. If they had called to find out if this car was titled, your sons would have found out that there was a name attached to this ATV. They chose not to do that. They chose to take the ATV and move it from one location to another. That's called larceny. The day you found this vehicle, was that the day you told your mother about it?
No, we told
No.
her
The answer is no. When did you tell your mother about it?
after he came to our house.
Right. When did you tell your mother that you took it and moved it?
When he came to his house, we got a phone call.
Same time.
Right. Where is this ATV now?
It's in my neighbor's yard, just trashed.
It's in your neighbor's yard, just
Yeah.
trashed. Okay.
I got a
Yeah,
picture.
just a second. Just a second. Stop getting hysterical. It's an ATV. Don't get hysterical. It's not, you're well, you know, you don't have a life-threatening illness.
That's
Don't
why,
get-
not why I'm
just,
here anymore.
just a second. Put your hand down. You have to accept responsibility for what you do. Your sons just bought an ATV, and they bought it for what he paid for it, which was $1,250. Not for what he wants for it, which is $2,650.
That's the cost of the repairs, Your Honor.
Listen to me. Buy another one. They just bought this one for $1,250, and they can fix it up to their heart's content. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,250. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm just aggravated that their parents didn't take responsibility to correct them.
I think it was an honest mistake. We didn't know that he owned it.
They're not remorseful. It's sickening.
I'll just leave other people's properties alone.
I don't think they got the message loud and clear.
The boys are very clear now that if something's in question, don't touch.
Don't touch.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Robinson versus Hill. Step forward, please.
Legal Secretary Carol Robinson is suing her son, auto shop district manager Joseph Hill, for a series of unpaid loans. Joseph says the money was a gift.
Miss Robinson, Mr. Hill is your son.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that while separated from his wife, he accrued a series of loans from you to pay his bills, other expenses, including child support. Your son says that there was never an agreement that the money that you did, in fact, advance him to pay his bills was a loan, that you agreed to help him out, and that you're only angry because he went back to his wife. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How old are you?
28.
How many years have you been married?
A little over 3 years.
You have children?
Yes, ma'am, one son.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a district manager for an auto mechanic shop
And how long have you been doing that?
for about 3 years.
Now, I want you to tell me about what happened after you and your wife separated.
Well, when we separated, we were both working. We were both working, so there were a little more bills than my income could pay for. My mother was there to help me out.
Just a second. Specifically, I want you to tell me what you did. You separated from your wife. Where did you go?
I stayed in the family home. My wife left.
And when did she leave? What month, what year?
May of this year.
Where did she go?
She went to her grandparents' house.
With your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Leaving you in the house. Now, is this a rental house or is this something?
It's a rental house, yes, ma'am.
And what's the rent?
$850 a month.
And how much were you earning at the time, sir?
I earn about $1,440 every 2 weeks is my gross income.
Now, tell me about this conversation that you had with your mother when she started to help you.
She agreed that she would help me to where
No, tell me about the conversation. Now, I'll decide whether she agreed to help you. Okay, tell me about the conversation.
Well, it came to the point where we were discussing the finances at my house. She had told me that she would help me to take care of my bills, to bring my bills to her, bring her my paychecks every 2 weeks, and she would pay my bills. She did make a loan to me at one point in time for an attorney, which has already been settled and taken care of between me and her.
How much was that?
$2,500.
Is that right?
That is correct.
And he paid you back?
Not yet.
We have a settlement agreement to pay that back.
Settlement agreement from where?
That she wrote up and I signed that I would pay it back over the course of the next however many months at $100 a month.
When did you do that?
Roughly about 3 weeks ago.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it, please. Oh, so she had sued you for this.
Yes, ma'am.
But your lawyer was only $2,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? So why did you agree to pay her on $4,425?
There was past issues of finances where she had loaned me money to pay off a probation officer that I also agree that I do owe her.
How much was the probation officer?
$1,900.
Okay. Now tell me about this other money that she says she laid out for you for other bills, and it's clear, you agree, Miss Robinson, am I correct, that he was turning over his paycheck to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were paying the bills?
Yes, ma'am.
You were paying his rent?
Yes, ma'am.
You were paying child support?
Yes, ma'am.
How much child support?
I believe there were 3 payments that I made in the amount of $280 plus a $5 charge for the cashier's check. And there were past due bills that were his and his wife's.
What about the $14.40 he gave you biweekly? What'd you do with that?
It was not $14.40. His net pay is $1,023.07 every other week.
Is that right?
That's roughly.
Okay, so that's $2,000 a month. That's plenty of money to pay his rent. Plenty of money to pay the last 2 payments of child support. Where's that money?
The cell phone bill was quite large every month.
Well, tell me what the cell phone bill was.
There were 3 months that I paid, $419.15.
Just a second. What was one cell phone for? $400 a month?
I'm a district manager. I have 10 stores that I have to stay in touch with on a regular basis throughout the day.
Well, then your company pays for that.
They reimburse a small portion.
Then you take care of that. Then you give that back to your mom. We're paying legitimate expenses for which you do not get reimbursed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you took his paycheck, and you took his paycheck since June?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? Did you tell him each month when he went over what he had given you?
Yes, ma'am. I showed him the check register and how low my funds, my own personal funds, were getting. And he says, "Don't worry, Mom." He says, "I'll pay it all back."
He already owed you $4,400, Miss Robinson. Some of it he owed you for more than a year. How could you legitimately believe that your son was going to pay you back for all this stuff when he hadn't even paid you back money that he owed you for a year and a half? How did you legitimately believe? I'm asking your legitimate expectation that your son was going to have more money to pay you back when he hadn't fulfilled what you claim, and in a settlement, you say were obligations that existed almost 2 years. Come on, let's be real. When did you stop giving your mother your salary check?
Beginning to mid-July.
So that's June and half of July. That's a month and a half, and it is your claim, madam, I'm just curious, it's your claim that in the month and a half you laid out for him, for which you were not reimbursed by his salary checks, $4,313.50. Is that right?
That is correct.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I don't believe that you had a legitimate expectation in that month and a half that he was going to be able to pay you back. If, in fact, you laid that out for him, I don't believe that. I believe that you said, "I'll help you out. I'll pay your bills. Give me your salary. I'll try to act as your accountant and make sure that all of these bills are paid and in some organized fashion." Was it your wife who was responsible for paying the bills in your house, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't know how to do that?
Not very good with money.
No, okay. So you gave, instead of giving your wife the money, you gave your mother the money?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you shouldn't have done it, Miss Robinson. He's your son. That's what you're supposed to do. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It was a very sad situation. It's one that's disrupted our entire family.
She doesn't like my wife. When me and her decided to try to work things out civilly between us, whether we get back together or not, that's when she went in a rampage.
I was very upset.
I just think it's a shame that she's had to ruin the whole family and bring it like this.
I don't imagine he's going to let me see my grandchild anymore.
I've been told that as far as I'm concerned with the family, I'm now dead.
He does know that I love him. I just don't like his ways.
On the calendar in the matter of Berger versus Berger. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, folks. Have seats.
Mr. Berger, you and the defendant used to be married. You have 2 children together. You've been divorced, according to your complaint, for 18 years.
Yes, ma'am.
You say that your former wife owes you $302.44, which you claim you overpaid in child support for one of your children. You graduated from high school, and the money was taken out of your pay.
Yes, ma'am.
You want her to give you back that money.
Yes, ma'am.
And your former wife says that she used that money for your daughter's graduation, the expenses for her graduation, and get over it. Which, quite frankly, considering everything in this world, would be my response to you, too, were you my ex-husband. But since we're not there, I'm going to find out whether there is any merit to your claim, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You have how many children?
4.
How old are they?
The youngest is 14. The oldest is 24.
Okay, and with the defendant, you have an 18-year-old?
Yes, ma'am.
And?
22-year-old.
So it's only your 18-year-old daughter that we have issue with. Your younger children still live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how much child support were you paying when both children were living with your former wife?
When I was paying for both of them, at the end, it was $300 a week, I think it was.
$300 a week or $300 a month?
Sometimes support was ordered per month. Sometimes it was ordered per week.
You know?
Yes, ma'am. It was $760.
A month?
Yes, ma'am. This is the documentation of all the, since it's been going through child support enforcement, of how much he's been paying.
Did you ever pay, sir, $1,500 a month for support?
$1,500 a month? No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So when you told me $300, that you were talking about $300 per month, not per week.
Yes, ma'am.
Per month.
It's been, sometimes the support
Now,
was
listen
ordered per
to me.
week.
I understand that,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
when it was ordered per week, it was never $300 a week.
No, ma'am.
Well, then you made a mistake.
If I said that, then yes, I did.
Yes, you made a mistake. It was never $300 a week. Maybe it was $300 a month.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to find out.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just wanted to find out whether you've been an overindulgent parent.
I've always paid what the court ordered me to pay.
I understand that you've always paid what the court ordered you to pay, sir. I also understand that you've had 2 more children and you've been able to at least contribute to their support also, and you have another family, which is really my question. Your daughter graduated from high school. They took out a payment after she graduated from high school of $300, and you want the money back.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain it to me.
The support was ordered to cease on June the 14th. They took out the full month of June, and I'm just asking for the other 2 weeks that shouldn't have been taken out.
Did you ask your former wife about it?
Yes, ma'am. I sent
And
a...
what did she say to you?
She said no.
Did she say anything about graduation expenses?
No, ma'am, she did not.
If she said something to you about graduation expenses, you know, the additional money that she had for graduation, for ring, for gown, for whatever. Gown, ring?
Shoes, everything.
Would you have said, sure, it's a one-shot deal?
We could have discussed it, yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you tell her?
I didn't tell him because every time I've tried to explain him, all I get back are nasty letters, and I really just didn't think he would do anything. I mean, he hadn't laid eyes on her in 2 years. Why? I mean, so I didn't think he would do anything else.
Judge,
yes.
I've done extra. I've bought both of the children a car. That's doing something extra.
That's true.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right, but that wasn't within the last 2 years, and I said 2 years he hasn't laid eyes
Well,
on
what
her.
happened 2 years ago, Mr. Berger?
I got tired. I mean, I never received phone calls from him. You know, she's changed her phone number. I have tried to call, but the phone number has been changed. I don't know when. Might have been recently. I don't know. I just basically give up.
That's too bad.
Yes, ma'am.
Did your father buy you a car?
He did.
Stand up. Tell me your name.
Stacy Stack.
Stacy. When did he buy you a car?
2.5 years ago.
Did you thank him?
I did.
You still using the car?
No, ma'am.
What happened to it?
We went to go get it inspected, and the family friend that inspected it said that it wasn't good. It was rusted underneath and that it could break down at any time. So we bought a new car.
How long did you use it for?
I used it for about 6 months.
Okay. So before 2 years ago, you had contact with your dad?
Not a lot. I called him, the last time that I've talked to him or seen him was I called him so I can go up there and see him, and then he said okay, and then the day of, or the day before, he came by and said, no, we have to go somewhere else, and they left, and I haven't talked to him or seen him since then.
That sound familiar?
I think something came up at that time. Yes, ma'am.
Can't come up.
Ma'am?
Nothing can come up. Nothing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Berger, you're going to get your $302 back.
Yes, ma'am.
You might want to buy something nice for your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, you have 4 children.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And later today,
I was told by the 6-year-old that the boyfriend had picked him up by his ears and dropped him to the floor. And so I called DHS because if he'd do this, he might do something worse.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Hayward Berger claims ex-wife Cynthia Berger owes for the return of child support. Hayward says he overpaid by $300.
All very sad. There really is no defense to it. Money was supposed to stop, correct?
According to the papers, yes. When we went to court, before we go in, child support enforcement speaks to me, and they told me that it would continue to the end of the month. He was still obligated to the end of the month. I said, "Are you sure?" "Yes, he's obligated to the end of the month." I said, okay. We went in, and the judge said he would stop because he wanted it stopped on her graduation day. And I called child support enforcement again, told them, you know, and they said, no, he's still obligated till the end of the month. So I just, you know.
You took it. The judge makes the order, and the judge said it's supposed to stop on the 14th. How old are you?
18.
When were you 18?
March 13th.
And the overpayment was $302?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Berger?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to get your $302 back.
Yes, ma'am.
You might want to buy something nice for your daughter, but you're entitled to it back.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, you have 4 children.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Good. That's all. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $302.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It seems like when it counts in front of the judge or whatever, she comes off as a good guy and I come off as a bad guy.
Every time he's mad at me, he hasn't seen the children. He didn't take the children. He doesn't buy them presents, and he says it's because of me.
My daughter going by my ex-wife's maiden name shows some of what's been going on, the brainwashing for the kids.
I would have liked him to start seeing us when we were little so we'd get to know him, but we're older now and we know what happened, so.
There's many, many, many trips I've made. It's a 2.5-hour drive from my house to their house to pick the children up.
He's never tried. He cares more about the money than myself and my brother.
I would like to have a relationship with my kids in Richmond and try to mend fences if possible.
Maybe it's hopefully the last thing I see of him. I haven't seen him in 2 years and it really doesn't bother me any.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Isbell versus Espinosa. Step forward, please.
Homemaker Holly Isbell is suing her former friend.
आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का मुस्कुरा के बात करती हो आदतें खराब करती हो ना दिखो बेताब लगता हूँ आशिक बेहिसाब लगता हूँ ऐसा नशा है तेरे दीदार का आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का जिंदगी हसीन लगती है जब ये जालिम प्यार होता है सांसों में सांस आती है जब तेरा दीदार होता है नखरा है ऐसा मेरी सरकार का आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का नखरा इसका टॉप पर आती है टिकटॉक पर नैनो से है नैन मिलाती लड़कों के है दिल जलाती पिंडी में है चर्चा इसका मीरा जितना खर्चा इसका मैंने बोला इसको मेट्रो में बिठाऊंगा कैपिटल ले जाऊंगा F7 भी घुमाऊंगा मोनाल भी दिखाऊंगा सेंटोरस भी ले जाऊंगा आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार का मौसमों की बेकरारी को आजमा के जान जाओगी हिज्र की आजमाइश में एक दिन पहचान जाओगी कहना है मेरे दिल बेकरार का आशिक हूँ तेरा राजा बाजार का लगता है मुझको नशा ये प्यार